good afternoon. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
I wanted to ask you a few questions about this wonderful conference that we're having here and also what you're going to be speaking about.
I'm going to speak about the future of Israel, what is needed in order to meet our future challenges.
And what exactly is that? What challenges is Israel going to face in the future when it comes to the leadership?
First of all, security challenges. On top of it, the Iranian threat. Whether it's a future threat of being a nuclear, which should be stopped anyhow, or the current situation in which the Iranian regime enjoys hegemony in the region because of certain reasons, which actually threaten the state of Israel, threaten the stability in the Middle East, threaten the Sunni Arab regimes, threaten the stability of the world.
And when you talk about Iran threatening the stability of the Sunni regime in the region, Israel has been a little bit more open than it used to be when it comes to the ties and the cooperation with other states. We know that Egypt and Jordan, we've had a very good peace, long peace with them. But the other countries, we have Bahrain, we have Saudi Arabia. Do you see that coming even more to light, the doors opening, a more friendlier ties between the governments?
I'm a great believer in interest rather than peace conferences or peace accords written by lawyers. When it comes to common interest, and this is the case between us and the Sunni Arab regimes of today, actually we are on the same boat because of the current development in the Middle East, in which the Shia-Sunni conflict is the most prominent one. And of course, in this case, we are on the same side. Iran threatens Israel to be wiped off the map of the earth and threatens the stability of the Sunni Arab regimes claiming for hegemony. We share jihadists as common enemy as well, Daesh as well as Al-Qaeda. And this is the case with the Muslim Brotherhood, the phenomena in the Middle East. We have to deal with Hamas, they have to deal with own political parties, organizations, and generally speaking, actually, we are not on the same side with the Turkish intention to have a neo-Ottoman empire based on the Muslim Brotherhood ideology. So we are on the same side.
And when it comes to Daesh or ISIS, we saw that the end of their territorial caliphate happened a few months ago, but the ideology is still very strong. And especially here in Israel, we haven't seen much. Do you think that Daesh poses a significant threat to Israel?
No, and we didn't consider, even in the past, Daesh, ISIS as the most important threat to the Middle East. And it was a tremendous mistake to consider Iran as a part of the solution because the Iranian regime is ready to fight ISIS, Shias versus Sunnis, and to allow Iran to gain hegemony while fighting ISIS. And this is not the end of ISIS in the region. Although the Islamic State has been defeated, ISIS elements, Daesh elements, are still active, very active in the Middle East, in Syria, in Iraq, in Sinai Peninsula, even in Judea and Samaria, in small numbers, in Gaza as a faction challenging Hamas, and of course terrorists, ISIS terrorists all over the globe. This is still a threat, but not the most prominent one. Iran is the most prominent threat to the stability of the world.
And when it comes to the Iranian threat, especially in Gaza, do you think that there is a way for the international community to stop that, to really come up? And when you have the Trump administration that's very strong against the Iranians, do you think that's going to have an effect on how much money, for example, how many weapons and training is coming into Gaza?
Without the Iranian regime support, Hezbollah is useless. Providing them with weapons, missiles, rockets, know-how. Without the Iranian support, Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad, especially in the Gaza Strip, but even as an organization, Judea and Samaria and other places, irrelevant. Nowadays, we understand that the Iranian regime financed Hamas, the military wing, as well as Palestinian Islamic Jihad, talking about $100 million per year for both of them, providing them with know-how how to produce, manufacture rockets, unmanned air vehicles. So, and this is the case with the Iranian regime all over, undermining the regime in Bahrain, in Saudi Arabia, and of course deploying Shia militias in Syria, in Iraq. So this is a threat for the Middle East. No doubt that the Trump administration has a clear strategy to deal with Iran. Following the Trump speech, which was very important, now we have to look at the implementation of this strategy to put Iran as the main threat, to put them under pressure, economic pressure, sanctions. Of course, not to allow them to violate UN Security Council resolutions, so forth. And looking ahead to the end of the decade, in which it will be the end of the deal, what to do next. There is a lot to talk with the US administration in order to allow them to lead the world for a better security situation in the Middle East.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you.